Okay, so I'm completely aware that by releasing this, that I'm pretty much destroying any chance that my YouTube channel has of actually getting any type of sponsor or anything like that into the future. But it's worth discussing, and it's just something that I want to bring up as somebody who has worked in music and has worked in entertainment, because I think I have a bit of a different perspective on this than a lot of other people. I don't have the camera on because the battery actually died in it, and it's almost time to go to sleep. This is actually much earlier than I usually go to sleep, but I'm trying to get a minimum of 8 or 9 hours a night until I figure out if I have torn my quadricep muscle or just pulled it. Anyway, to get onto the point here, this is a message that I got, and it reads, "Hi, Lewis. My name is Alan, and I am the co-founder of Fine Line Retail. We have been in the e-commerce space for some time now, aka really vague amount of time now, primarily eBay. We are now expanding into numerous marketplaces such as Amazon and Jet.com and pivoting the business model to private labeled, branded products. You can find a bit more by visiting our website. We are small, but we are growing. I have spent the last 3 years developing a proprietary fulfillment and logistical framework, and now we are ready to scale. I have also set up a marketing process that includes my current missing piece, YouTube. I'm looking for someone with existing experience to kick around some ideas. Since we are scaling fast, our cash is allocated into product acquisition and increased inventory, aka we don't have money to pay you. So, essentially, I'm looking for someone who would be interested in equity stock in the company, vested over a certain amount of time, in exchange for product reviews, to act as sort of a public face for the company for product reviews on our YouTube channel. We can add your primary YouTube channel in our description so your primary channel can also benefit. We can also discuss profit or revenue share model. The great thing is this is something I believe can be done remotely. We can also supply the necessary equipment if needed. We're located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I stumbled upon your videos quite a few months back, and after watching a few of your philosophical rants, I think our approach to this whole business thing is quite complementary. I also took the time to visit your website and would like to offer my web dev services as a free gesture for a meeting. I would recommend going, I'm going to get to this in a second. I would recommend going with a material design theme, which will enable a brand image that will carry over to all your current service, media, and social platforms and is the go-to design tendency for Google. Material design has been popularized by Google, and despite the limited amount of evidence available, there does seem to be a correlation between said design tendency and higher SEO placement, which naturally means more views, engagement, and ultimate benefit for you. Further, I would like to say as a business owner myself, I have great understanding for what it means to be the parent of your child. That said, this proposition is intended for maximum flexibility on your behalf and not to take away from your core business. This is some extra on the side to be talked about and considered juice. Please let me know what you think. We can set up a Hangouts call or Skype anytime. Thanks, man. Yours truly, Alan. So, let's go over this for a little bit. The first thing that I think is worth discussing is this idea of equity. Now, I want to talk about equity a little bit. I really wish I had the camera on here, but I can't, so you're just going to look at this. The thing with equity is that in order for equity to work, I have to trust the other person. So, for example, if I know somebody's business history, I've worked with them, I know how their business is run, I know how their company's run, I know what they're doing, and I believe in what they're doing, I may take equity. The whole idea with equity is I don't get any money right now, but if the company does very well for itself, later on, I have the opportunity to get paid. But it's not equity it's kind of like a post-dated check to an account that may be closed. I have no way of knowing if the work that I do now will actually result in me receiving any money. Nor do I really have much of a say in whether or not the company makes money. I don't get to have a decision. I'm not part of the decision-making process. I don't know if they're profitable. I can't tell them how to be profitable if I have an idea. Ultimately, you're pretty much stuck hoping that the other individual manages to not fuck everything up, and that if they don't fuck everything up, years from now, you may get paid. And the reason that this doesn't really work for me, at least here in this case, is because, again, since equity is based on trust, I don't know this person. I have never met this person. I've never done business with this person. I've never read anything. I don't have any idea how they do business. I don't know them. And frankly, since it's an email I'm getting at 11 o'clock asking me to do work in exchange for the promise of money, I'm not exactly motivated to figure out, to really do that research. Because again, they're asking me for something here, so I don't really have that, I don't have that interest. Now, let's get on to the part here, the second part here. So, we are interested in product reviews, and your primary channel can also benefit. So I'm just going to open up Internet Explorer here, and let's see, Fine Line, Retail, YouTube. Let's just take a look here. Do they have a YouTube channel? Let's see if they link to the YouTube channel over here. Okay, so there isn't. Let's see, maybe Fine Line, whatever. Let's check this out. They have a link to their YouTube channel. They have a link to Instagram, to Pinterest. Whoa, this is one of those websites that is things that fly out at me. Okay. Oh, this is the other thing we're gonna get to later. This is one of those infinite scrolly websites where, like, this is the thing when they mention like the new design that everybody uses, this new hips thing. I'm honestly not a big fan of this whole ADD thing where you have like you literally have like 3 words on the screen, you scroll down and you get more, and you just have to continuously, endlessly scroll. I actually cannot find this company's YouTube channel. So it's not listed on their site. I'm just going to try Googling for it. Fine Line Retail, YouTube, let's see, do I find you? Okay, so here we go. There's a Fine Line Retail. Okay, so they have 16 views and 0 subscribers. So, and they're talking about potential benefits from my YouTube channel. Now let's also talk about the web design thing here. So this is a web browser that I've pretty much never used. So let's just search for MacBook repair New York, since it mentioned over here in the email, right over here. Higher SEO placement, which naturally means more views, more engagement, and ultimate benefit for you. So let's check. So this is AdWords right here, right? I'm showing up right there. That's Google Places, but let's go past the Google Places. So the next result on Google is going to be Yelp. If I open this Yelp page in another window, bam, number 1 result is me. And right under Yelp, which is the number 1 result, is bam, me. So one of the things that I would suggest to people when you're telling others how you can help them, how you can better them, how you can help them out of whatever situation they're in right now, or how you probably should look at the situation that they're in right there. I do appreciate the fact that unlike a lot of the bullshit that I get, which is a total fucking waste of time, this person didn't copy and paste this. Like the Hi Lewis, that could have been copied and pasted, but at least this, like just the fact that it's his philosophical rants, I think there is a really, there's a small chance that this could have been copied and pasted, because anybody could do philosophical. Just because of those words, I have a small feeling that this may have not been copied and pasted like so many of the ones that I do get copied and pasted. But, I mean, yeah, like, my website is at the top of Google. I'm at the top of Google Places. And in addition to all of this, I'm also at the top of the Yelp results. So, I mean, and people come at me with this all the time at the website, and I want to talk about why I haven't updated this website as well. One of the reasons I haven't updated the website is because I used to update it constantly. Like I had a basic site that had a table. It literally was a green table from Microsoft Word. Then I had a shitty site made after that. That was some template program. Then I had a semi-crappy WordPress site. Then I had a better WordPress site. Then I had a Zencart site. Then I've had so many different sites. And what I did each time is I paid more money. And you know what I noticed about my website? Regardless of what I did, the SEO never changed. It never fucking changed. If anything, actually, when I first had this site put up, since the website that did, the company that did it fucked up some of the robots.txt and other files, I actually got de-indexed by Google for a short period of time. But it went back up very quickly. What I noticed is that if you make a website where people can easily find the information that they want to know, it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, yes, this site is not like the ADD infinite scroll thing, but it actually does the job. Like, liquid spill repair. People want to know about that. Come to our store. If they want to send a message, how to find us, when are we open, how do we call, I have a quick question to ask, are you the ones fixing my machine, what actually happens? Like, what I've done here with my website, as silly as the site looks, what I did is I asked a lot of my customers for the first few years I was in business, what is it that was your primary concern? And I also, every time people would call, I would write down the questions they had, and I would try to look and see what is the average question people are asking, what is their primary concern, and then I took those concerns and I put them in bold print. I put it where it's easy to see, so that people could actually, are you doing this? What are you doing? Are you the one doing it? What is it going to look like when it's done? What are the problems you fixed? Do you understand the situation that I'm in? I try to answer all those questions right up here. Again, like this, like, who are you people? All of that stuff, and you can tell this is fucking old because this is back when I used to fix iPhone 4 screens for $65. This picture is old. But all the questions are answered here. And it's very easy for somebody to have all their questions answered quickly. Like, where can I find your reviews? Do you pay for your reviews? If I'm outside, if I don't live in New York, can I still send it to you? I kind of get everything, am I going to pay for an estimate? I kind of answer everything here. And that's what makes the site valuable. That's why this site is still at the top of Google years later. And to be honest with you, I'm probably never going to change the site. I'm going to change the site when I move into a new business altogether. Or I may tweak it as, services change or prices change. But ultimately, I have no intention of changing it because it genuinely accomplishes exactly what I want it to accomplish. And again, there's this thing that people get into where every single year they fuck with their site and they change it and they change it and they read up on it and they invest so much money and time into it, when in reality, if they just put that time into their own business, they'd be totally fine. And I learned my lesson years ago when I saw, like, I was pissing money away, I was putting time into it. It didn't change anything. Like, my bounce rate didn't change. Nothing changed, regardless of all these different changes I did from all these different systems, from a shitty looking site. What matters is that when people click on your site, can I find the information that I want? That's really all that matters. So if you're watching this video, don't get hooked into these buzzwords and bullshit on web design and SEO. If you want good SEO, create a website that people actually want to fucking visit, that answers their fucking questions, and you'll be fine. Don't get sucked into this bullshit of changing your site every damn year just for that, to keep up with the Joneses. And yeah, I mean, like, this equity thing over here, and this is something coming from the music industry that, in particular, that I'm kind of sensitive to. My friend Jake put it best. He has this line in one of his songs. So he's a music producer, and he's not one of these music producers that's like, I don't want this to come off the wrong way. I know it probably is, and I don't know how else to say it though, so forgive me. He's not one of those people who's like, yeah, I'm a music producer, yeah, I'm an artist, yeah, I'm a producer, yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm this, all these other things. And you're like, well, what do you do for a living? Oh, I bag groceries. Oh, I drive a bus. Oh, I do this. I'm not insulting people who do what they need to do to feed their family. The point I'm trying to get across is he's somebody that goes to work to a studio that he pays his $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month of rent on. He produces music, and as a result of what he produces, he gets paid money that he then uses to pay for his food bill, to pay for his Metro card, to pay for his apartment, and to pay for the things he does in his life. He is a professional music producer, meaning that's the way he makes his living. That's the way he's made his living for many years, to the point where I only get to have lunch with this guy now once every 3 months because he is so busy and successful with what he's doing, and God bless him for it, that he doesn't have time to really meet anymore, which I'm really happy about for him because he deserves it. But the point I'm trying to make here is he had this one line in one of his songs, which is, can I take it to the deli and cash it in for a sandwich? And what he's making reference to there is that in the music industry, people are going to offer you so many things that you cannot take to the deli and cash in for a sandwich. They're going to offer you things like, they're going to offer you things like, let's just find it in this email here. We can, we're going to benefit your primary channel by linking to your channel with 60,000 subscribers that gains 12,000 a month, and our channel that has 0. We are going to offer you web design services for higher SEO and more views and more engagement and more benefit. And this all sounds good, but the question at the end of the day, and the litmus test by which Jake would weigh into these offers before taking any of these offers is, can I take it to the deli and cash it in for a sandwich? So if I were to go to the deli and I was hungry, can I take equity? Can I take a gesture for web design? Can I take anything that's been offered to me in this email and in exchange for it receive food? If I were to take any of these things over here, could I go to the deli downstairs and give this to them and get back what I would usually have to pay $3.50 for to get? And the answer here is ultimately no. So while this seems like a very nice guy, very nice, very well-meaning, nice guy, yeah, if I can't take what somebody's offering me and use it as currency, I don't count that as currency. And I go by Jake's rule. I absolutely love that line. I wish I remember the name of the song that he has that it's in. But yeah, can I take it to the deli and cash it in for a sandwich? And here, it fails that litmus test. I cannot take this to the deli and I cannot cash it in for a sandwich. And since I do not know this person outside of an email that there's a 50% chance got copied and pasted, no, I am not interested in equity. And the reason that I'm not interested in equity, again, equity is one of those things where it could exist, it could be money, or it could not be money. But you have to understand that equity, it doesn't matter how much equity you offer somebody, because equity in and of itself has no value unless you have an implicit trust in the person offering you the equity. And that requires a relationship that is formed over time. But so if you are offering somebody, if let's say you're a manager at a company and you have taken that company to great feats, great achievements, you have quadrupled their sales revenue, you have streamlined their processes, and you wind up getting into this crappy fight with one of the higher ups, or the CEO, and you're thinking of leaving. And you have an employee there, a set of employees that you've been working with for the past 5 or 10 years. You've been working with those employees for, let's say, 5 or 10 years. And they know what you're capable of. They know what you do for the business. They understand your ability. They trust you. They've seen what you can accomplish. Then maybe you could say, listen, guys, I can't afford to pay you a wage, but I can offer you equity. I am going to probably get pushed out of this company. Do you want to come with me? You can then offer the employees, those people that equity, because they know you. They trust you. They've seen what you're capable of. They know how you do business, and you've earned that from them. But if you're going to go out there into the business world and start offering equity to people that you don't know, don't be surprised if you get nothing back, because again, equity it could literally be nothing. So I have the choice between money that's sitting. I can use my very limited time on the things that are right now directly making me money right in front of me, or I can use it on the post-dated check on a bank account that may not exist 1 or 2 years from now. So it's something to think about. And that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope you learned something as always, and that's it for today.